Hi, Imperial Mark here again. I just kind of want to show you overall, generally what the route looked like, so you guys can see, and I can actually mark kind of like where which each stop costed me. So the first leg of the journey. So if you can look here, the first leg of the journey from Alabama all the way to Missoula, Montana. That's where I headed to. Was right about the 24 ounce mark. So it's about 24 ounces from there to there. From here in Missoula, I picked up 11 ounces and gave two to my ex-wife so she can cover whatever bill she had. So that's kind of what I did on that trip there. I wanted to leave Montana on good grounds. So from there, I headed down south to Phoenix. Camped there for about. That's where you saw that one of those videos. I camped there for about 3 days, and then from there made my way north. Stayed in Grand Junction for a while. That's where I made that. Or that's where I made that first the video talking about what I picked up. And then from there, went all the way to Kansas City, all the way back to Alabama. So it says 5,539 miles. So that's the kind of like the direct route if I were to do nothing else but that. But obviously, when you go into town, you're driving to other locations and adding mileage on your road. So I spent the first day from Alabama to Kansas City. Took me about roughly, I want to say 8 hours from there to here. And the next stretch of road, I went from here all the way, let's see, Kansas City. I believe we got to Iowa and slept for the night. Because I was kind of like taking breaks in between, not killing myself, because it was raining pretty heavily that night. And then from here, I went all the way through South Dakota, and I believed I stopped for the night somewhere at the edges over here. And then the next day, I burned the rest of my time because I had to get there in under 2 3 days. So I burned the rest of the time and I headed all the way to Missoula. And then from Missoula to the Idaho here, in this northern part, or I guess not north is most part, but north to me. It was actually very beautiful over there. It's like Lord of the Rings type of thing. The majestic mountains, the open plain fields. This is a place I would actually consider living. So from there, I head down, went through Salt Lake City, and Utah. Utah to me starts looking like Arizona right around south of Salt Lake. A little bit south of Salt Lake, it starts looking like Arizona. And then Arizona, there is an area I went to because I don't think I went directly south. Actually, did I? Because I went through Page, Arizona. So yep, I went through Page, Arizona, and I actually saw this river here. And believe me, it's a very scary route. Very, very, very beautiful though. I'd say the Colorado River, I believe, goes through here. Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, Colorado. So I actually saw the Colorado in two, three places. Here, here, and then when I went over the highway of death into Denver. And this is probably the scariest route you'll ever take. Is up in this area here. So and then when you get into Denver, it's actually like a really big, bustling, flat city. Best way to describe it, it's kind of like the Phoenix metropolitan area. You guys ever been? It's extremely large. So my camp was over here in Cave Creek. So I actually was, yeah. So there's a campground over here in Cave Creek that I stayed at for 3 days. So yeah, there it is. And Arizona has definitely expanded since I lived there. So they actually have houses and other things over here by Lake Pleasant. When I last lived there, none of this was up here. All like Arizona, the furthest it extended was somewhere over here. And since then, it's been 15 years since I lived there, extended all the way up here. There's just houses everywhere. So it's definitely changed since I've been there. Another good place is Grand Junction. I'm sure you guys saw that video of Grand Junction. I was over in there, Fruita Park. Let me find where that's at. It was on the Colorado. I remember this. So it's Fruita Park. So I remember going over this bridge. So Fruita Park, somewhere in here. I'm trying to remember where it was. I don't come here that often, so forgive me. But I did cross a bridge and went down the 50 and came around this way to Clifton. So I'm going to assume that park is in this area here. And then during my time in Colorado, I actually went to a shooting range over here. It's by the airport. I believe it's over here somewhere. It's like near the mountains. Yeah, here it is, the rifle range. Grand Junction BLM Rifle Range. Gives everyone a good shooting place. This is the place to go. And then from there, the next day, I was going to go to the coin shop, but I was kind of time constricted, pretty tired. So the next day, I picked up, left about 7 or 8. I had dinner with some family member or breakfast with some family members before I headed out, and we parted ways. So and then from there, went across the I-70, and then headed. There's not much in Kansas, but it has really beautiful roads. Have you ever driven through this? Very well maintained, beautiful roads. Kansas City is probably like the city of note. If I had to describe any kind of awesome cities to visit, so definitely visit Kansas City. This is like a really big metropolis. If you guys ever been to it, like probably one of the largest I've ever seen. The only one that comes even close is probably Denver here. And oh yeah, so from Arizona to here, I actually did spend some more silver, just because I was trying to not spend as much, fiat currency. I was trying to spend the silver just to stay with what I intended initially on the trip to see how much silver it would cost. So I sold off 5 ounces here to it. There's a store in Arizona, a really nice store. So from there, we went to Flagstaff. We camped there for a couple days. My grandmother actually bought one of my silver ounces for me. So I think she bought an American Silver Eagle. So, and then from Flagstaff, Grand Junction, Grand Junction, all the way home. Or, you know the story. Um, so that was probably 3 weeks of my life going on a road this long. I've seen the majority of the United States. I've done in my lifetime. I've done the trip from Alabama to Missoula at least 2 or 3 times now. Arizona to Alabama, I've done at least 20 times in my lifetime. So, but I usually take the I-40. So going up north like that is usually like this is something I normally wouldn't recommend. Like if you want to go from Arizona to here, you would take the I-40. That's a very beautiful route to take. You'd be going through a lot of awesome stuff. Yeah, I-40 right there. And I was just getting barbecue in Amarillo, Texas. Really good barbecue. I also was traveling with my pistol, right? So I wanted to see kind of the laws now that the Bruin case, whatever. And every state I checked, except for Colorado and New Mexico, I didn't have to worry about it because they had reciprocity with Alabama. So even people that didn't live in the state, they could carry their firearms. But I would definitely double check because I could be completely wrong on that. But I thought that was pretty cool. So I was definitely open carrying all the way through all this because this is like, you never know, right? So one of the other journeys I kind of want to take going in the future is I've never been to the Northeast. So if you guys know any awesome towns up here, go ahead and let me know. The ones that scare me is New York, this state, and Pennsylvania a little bit. I saw some videos here recently. I guess someone had 4,000 ounces taken by police officers and 8,000. I think the 8,000 one was somewhere in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure where. I don't know much about the caves, but I'll have to look into that. I thought that was pretty interesting. So, uh, my thing is, I always go with the wisdom that I learned on Even Line. Never fly what you can't afford to lose. So that would apply to driving and traveling. Don't drive what you can't afford to lose. So I wouldn't be traveling like that with a huge amount of silver. Next time I actually want to travel with gold, so I might do a video where I travel with gold instead. So, and I think that would be a little more interesting there, because the lower premiums. So I haven't been, yeah, like I said, in the Northeast. I've been up here in the Chicago area, Michigan. Have not been to Wisconsin, Minnesota, or North Dakota. I haven't been anywhere on the West Coast here. I've been to California a couple dozen times and Nevada. I have not been to Oregon or Washington. Been through Louisiana. Been through Iowa. I've been to Georgia, South Carolina. Have not been to North Carolina or Virginia. Been through Kentucky. So if you guys can tell me some of your experiences here in these other states, it'd be awesome. Because like this is probably like my on my to-do list in my lifetime is to come up in these areas here and visit some coin shops. Because I know there's a coin shop I want to visit that's on Yankee stacking. Tim's shop, I believe he's in New Hampshire, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll definitely have to check him out. So that would be a very fun trip just to just go up there, New Hampshire or Vermont, wherever he's at. I'll have to look. I don't pay attention to too much to all that stuff, and it's hard to remember things for me. But that's something I look forward to. I've been down to Florida, very beautiful. If you guys ever been there, seen the Gulf of Mexico. Been on the beaches around Tampa, and I've never been outside the United States. So that's something I also want to do one day. But anyways, that's the video. Just kind of wanted to touch base with y'all and give you a two video two night since I've been negligent on my duties and making videos for you guys. Thank you all. Thank everyone that's here. Let me try again. I want to thank everyone that's here tonight, watching this video, because it means a lot to me. You know that I'm just trying to make the best content for you guys to enjoy and to kind of reflect on as you stack for your families. So, and then that's just something I've enjoyed so far in the community, just the camaraderie and banding together to take care of each other. So, and yeah, obviously you guys are very good people, and it's gonna be exciting times going in the future as I develop this channel and grow with you guys. And I hope I can grow with you as I watch your channels. I've been trying to watch everyone's channels that watch my channel as much as I can. Uh, like like yourselves, I'm a busy man as well. We have responsibilities and duties to take care of in our everyday lives, and I'm trying to make sure I maintain all responsibilities. So that's Imperial Mark, signing out.